Hello, welcome back, and let's get started with English on a Roll. Would you please turn to page 119? Page 119 or 119. That's our homework from lesson 31. So here we have it, and remember what it was? It was the simple past, pasado simple, and yesterday is the word we use. Now we have positive and negative statements. Declaraciones, statements, and positivo and negativo. That's pretty easy. So let's get started with this. You're supposed to write am, is, are, was, or were. So am, is, are, presente, was, were, pasado. Examples. Number 1. He was angry yesterday. So yesterday quiere decir ayer. So he was, pasado. Number 2. She is a doctor now, ahora, right? She is a doctor now. So this is presente. Here's number 3. I was at home an hour ago. Ago, pasado. Hace una hora. Number 4, they were students last year. They were students last year. El año pasado. So here we have the past again, so it's was. So they were students last year. They were students last year. Number 5, the boy is young now. The boy is young now. Ahora. Number 6, the man was a boy in 1940. Well, 1940 in el pasado. So that is was. Number 7, she is at work now. She is at work now. Here's ahora, and this would be presente, presente. Number 8, she was at work last week. Aha, last week. La semana pasada. So this has to be pasado. She was at work last week. Number 9, you were in the car yesterday. You were in the car yesterday. And of course, yesterday, ayer. So this is pasado. Then number 10, are you at school now? Are you at school now? Again, here's the ahora, so presente. Number 11, we were there 2 days ago. We were there 2 days ago. Here's the ago again. Hace 2 días, pasado. We were there 2 days ago. Number 12, we are not there now. We are not there now. Ahora presente. And over to here, 13, is he old now? Is he old now? Here's your ahora again, so presente. 14, yes, he is an old man now. Yes, he is an old man now. Number 15, he was young 30 years ago. He was young, there's your ago. He was young 30 years ago. 16, he was a child 30 years ago. He was a child 30 years ago. 17, they were new cars last year. They were new cars last year. Here again, last year, last, pasado. 18, it is an old car now. It is an old car now. 19, I am at home every day. I am at home every day. Here's your cada día. And here we have number 20. The animals are calm now. The animals are calm now. Presente. 21. They were angry yesterday. They were angry yesterday. Pasado, pasado. 22. My dog is large now. My dog is large now. So there's your ahora and presente. 23. It was small 2 years ago. It was small 2 years ago. And number 24. Were you sick last week? Were you sick last week? Again, last week, pasado, pasado. That's that. Now, let's do lesson 32, and it's on page 122. So please open that up. So what we will do today is we will look at this, the simple past, pasado simple, and there's your yesterday, ayer, ayer, quiere decir pasado. And we will do questions and answers with be. Now remember be, let's review present and past. For instance, and be is either estar or ser. Estar or ser. Now here we have the present of be, and here is the past. These are declaraciones. So here we have I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, and that is your singular. Plural is we are, you are, they are. And I'm going to move this down just a little bit. There we are. Okay. Now, I am becomes I was. Se hace I was en el pasado. So that's I am today, I was yesterday. Here, you are today, you were yesterday. He is presente, he was pasado. She is, she was pasado. It is presente, it was pasado. Those are our singular and singular. Here we have plural and plural. Presente, we are. Here's the past, we were. Here's your presente, you are, plural. You are, pasado, you were. They are, and they were. Okay? Now, note, hay solamente dos contracciones con el pasado. We have wasn't, was not. I wasn't a man. Or weren't. You weren't a man. Were not. You were not a man. Pero solamente dos. No hay otras contracciones con el pasado. Hay muchos más con el presente. 15, creo. Now let's look at the questions. Here are declaraciones, and here we have questions. So, remember in the present, tomamos I am and invertimos am and I. So, I am, pregunta, am I? Es el mismo con el pasado. So, do this. I was, declaración. Pregunta, was I? Here, you were, pasado, declaración. Were you? He was, declaración. Was he? She was. Was she? Pregunta. It was. Was it? So there's your singular. Here we have we were. Invertir, were we? Here we have you were. And it becomes were you? And here they were. Pasado, were they? Now, again, con preguntas en el pasado y con declaraciones en el pasado, hay solamente dos contracciones, wasn't and weren't. Okay, so that's all we have. Now, let's look at this together. Take this down. Okay. So remember, simple past, yesterday, preguntas y respuestas con be. So here we have the statement. This is the declaración. I was a student. Repita, por favor. Right? Here is the yes-no question. Sí o no, pregunta. Was I a student? Answer would be, and we could, respuesta, yes, I was. Yes, I was. Or, no, I was not. No, I was not. And here, notice we could say, no, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. Right? Now, let's go to this. You were a student. You were a student yesterday. Were you a student? Were you a student yesterday? Yes, you were. Yes, you were. No, you were not. No, you were not. Or, no, you weren't. No, you weren't. Here, he was a student. He was a student. Was he a student? Was he a student? Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Or, no, he was not. No, he wasn't. Then, she was a student. She was a student. Declaración, question, was she a student? Was she a student? Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Or no, she was not. No, she was not. Or no, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. Then we have it. It was a car. It was a car. Was it a car? Was it a car? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Or no, it was not. No, it was not. Or no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Now in the plural, we were students. We were students. Were we students? Were we students? Yes, we were. Respuesta? Yes, we were. Yes, we were. Or no, we were not. No, we were not. Or no, we weren't. No, we weren't. And then we have, you were students. You were students. Were you students? Were you students? Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Or, no, you were not. No, you were not. Or, no, you weren't. And then here we have, they were students. They were students. Or it could be they were cars. Were they students? Were they students? Were they cars? Were they cars? Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Or no, they were not. Or no, they were not. Or no, they weren't. No, they weren't. Now here you have information questions. We'd use who. You could use who, you could use what, but here we will use what only at the bottom. Who is quién? Who was I? Who was I? I was a student. There's your answer. Declaración. Who were you? Who were you? Over here, you were a student. You were a student. Who was he? Who was he? He was a student. He was a student. Who was she? Who was she? She was a student. She was a student. Who were they? Or what was it? Aha, here we have it. What was it? ¿Qué estaba? What was it? And the answer, it was a car. It was a car. Then the next, who were we? Who were we? We were students. We were students. Who were you? Who were you? You were students. You were students. And here, who were they? Who were they? They were students. They were students. Then you could have, what were they? What were they? They were cars. They were cars. So, questions and answers, pasado con be. Now, here's your homework. We'll do this quickly. Okay, so you write was, were, not, wasn't, or weren't. So here, example, he was a bus driver, pasado. Aha, was he a bus driver? Yes, he was. No, he was not. Or no, he wasn't. What was he? So es todavía pasado. That's it. She was at work last night, for instance. Was she at work, and so forth. That's it for the day. Thanks, and come back. Bye.